Hello student. Today we are going to study about electricity and circuits, which is chapter 12 of NCERT book. So this chapter is a very important chapter, and in this chapter we are going to study that what is electricity and what is electric circuits. So let's begin. What is electricity? So as you all know that electricity is a form of energy and it helps us to do our work more easier and in more easy way. For an example, television, computer, geysers, electric fan, bulbs, everything around you is working with the help of electricity that you know, and electricity is used for lighting the things. The point is, where does this electricity is generated and where we are getting it? We are getting it from the power stations. You have seen these power stations near you. I hope so. So these are the power stations from where the electricity is provided to us with the help of the wires. First of all, these electricity is transferred to the transformers, which is near you. And then from the transformers, with the help of broad wires or big wires or huge wires, it is coming towards your home. So this is known as electricity. So any kind of work which helps you to make your thing easier with the help of energy, that is known as electricity. It's a form of energy. Now the question arises that what is electric current? Electric current is also known as electricity, but basically we are going to learn over here that what is electric current. So electric current is a form of energy that flows through devices such as torch, bulb, refrigerator and make them work, right? And this energy is also known as electrical energy. These type of devices like cells, batteries and generators, they produce the electric current, so they are known as the source of electric current. Now, what is electric cell? As we have studied just now that these are the source of electric current. So first source of electric current which we are going to study is electric cell. Electric cell. So electric cell is a source of electric current, and electric cell is basically a device that produces the electric current. But how does cell produces electric current? Because it is not having any wires which or any plug which we just put it in the switchboard and switch it on. So basically these batteries, these cells are having chemicals inside it. So whenever these chemical reactions are happening inside these cells, these chemical energy is getting converted into electrical energy, and then they are providing the electric current whenever we are putting these things in any of the substance or in any of the uh, appliances. Excuse me. Any of the appliances. For example, uh, if we are putting the battery in the remotes, so the remote is working. Why the remote is working? The remote is working because the chemicals inside the battery is actually reacting with each other, and when they are reacting they are producing chemical energy. So these chemical energy is converted into electrical energy inside the electric cell, and then electric cell provides us the electric current. So this is how the electric cell works. This is the perfect definition of electric cell. Then electric cells are common sources of electric energy for many equipment. For example, they are used in calculators, wristwatches, remotes, cameras, and toys. Okay, so you have seen a lot of devices around you which you are using like an electric cell. In the clock also you are having electric cell. So let us study something about electric cell more. That electric cell is having two terminals. Okay, the electric cell is having two terminals. First, the upmost terminal, this part is known as metal cap. As you can see, it's a cap like thing, so it is known as metal cap, and it is positive terminal. Okay, and because there is always a plus mark, wherever there is a plus mark in the battery, that is known as positive terminal. And then we have a negative terminal. Negative terminal is basically having a minus sign, and it is known as metal disc because it's look like a disc. Okay, बिल्कुल सीढ़ी की तरह दिखता है. CD होती ना, CD, which we used to put in computers. So just like that, it is visible when you see a battery. Okay, so battery is having two basic terminals, that is known as positive terminal and negative terminal. Now the question arises that how the cell works. We have already discussed that how the cell works. Cell contains chemical inside it, and these chemicals are actually used. These chemicals are actually used by the cell to produce electricity. And when the chemicals are, reacting with each other, and when they react, they are producing chemical energy, and that chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. We in uh, just read it in few slides before. Then what happens if the electric cell is not working? That means all the chemical inside it is used up, and now the electric cell cannot produce the electricity, so we need to replace it with a new one. Okay, now let's see something about battery. Battery is basically a connection or connected two or more cells. It is not one, it is having two or more cells connected end to end. Okay, for example, you can see this is a picture of a cell. A cell is a single unit. As you can see, it's thin also, and it's a single unit. And this is a battery. A battery is basically more than one cell. As you can see, it is thicker also, and it is more, right? So this type of battery is also available, and this type of battery is also available. So basically, what are batteries? They are two or more cells. If it is a single cell, then we will say electric cell, and if it is more than two cells, then we will be saying battery. Now let us have an electric bulb. Electric bulb is basically a device which helps us to know that current is flowing or not. If current is flowing, the electric bulb will glow. If current is not flowing, the electric bulb will not glow. Right? So this is a device which help us to know, or which help us to indicate whether the current is flowing or not. Right? So a electric bulb, you can see how it is formed. It is having a uh, glass case, as you can see on the top, and there is a metal case at the bottom, right? And there is a thin wire inside it. Now let me show you a thin wire. As you can see, this thin wire, this is known as filament. That actually heats up because of the electric source, and then it glows. Because of this filament only the bulb glows, right? So this is known as filament, and it is made up of tungsten. Okay, tungsten is like an material which is used, for example, जैसे आपने aluminium copper सुना है, उसी तरह से tungsten एक material है through which the filament is made, right? And as you can see, this filament is fixed with the help of wires. Just a second. This filament is actually put it with the help of a wire like this. This is a wire. Okay, so with the help of a wire, this filament is placed inside the bulb. Okay, and it's very important that it's very important component in the bulb, which is filament. The filament is very important because only filament is there in the bulb which helps us to glow. If filament is not there, the bulb cannot glow. Okay, now let us understand more about it. As you can see in the picture as well, that this is a glass shell, this is a tungsten filament. As you can see, this is the filament support and contact wire, and you can see that there are two portals. As I have already discussed, as I have told you, that everything which we are connecting together must have two terminals. As in the battery we are having two terminals, positive and negative, the bulb do also have two terminals, but it's not written over there it's positive or negative. You can put any of it without any hesitation. So you can see that this wire is connected here and this wire is connected here. So you put it like this is a plus terminal, this is a minus terminal. You can take this one as a positive terminal and this one as a negative terminal, or vice versa. आप इसको opposite भी कर सकते हैं. ठीक है? So as you can see that one of the thick wire is connected to the metal case at the base of the bulb, and the another thick wire is connected to the metal tip at the center of the base. Okay, the metal tip at the center of the base and the metal case at its lower end acts as terminals of the bulb, right? So these are acting like a terminal of a bulb. Okay, when an electric current is passed through the filament of the bulb, the filament becomes hot and gives light. This is how the filament produces electricity. It becomes hot and filament produces light, it becomes hot and then it glows, right? So the filament is basically becoming hot because of the electric current flowing through it, and when it becomes hot it produces the light. That is why I said filament is a very important component in the electric bulb. Now the question is that if we are having this kind of bulb, we are having two terminals, but if we are having this kind of bulb which is having only one end, then what would be the second terminal? Because it would be a first terminal, another terminal. Where is the another terminal? So the another terminal is basically this metal case. So this will be the one terminal and this will be the one terminal. Okay. So these are the two terminals now. Okay. Now let us proceed with two things. As you can see, there is a two connection of electric bulb. You can see that there is a direct contact of this electric bulb to the battery, right? And this positive sign is connected with the help of a wire. So as you can see, the whole connection is complete. And then as you see here, this is a bulb and this is a battery. So you can see that this one end is connected to the negative with the help of a wire, and this positive terminal is connected with the help of a wire to the metallic case of this bulb. So as you can see that this one will be the one terminal and this one will be the one terminal here, and it is connected with the help of a wire. So either of any of the connection is correct. Okay, so this is how the electric bulb is uh, connected, right? I hope you have understood. In the next video, we will be discussing more about this.